Hi and welcome back to my channel, you guys. Seems like it's been forever, but it was just one video ago. So today's day 7 of our 12 days of Christmas, and today I'm going to be talking about 10 affordable beach getaways to cure your winter blues. Because let's face it, many of us this time of the year, we kind of feel claustrophobic because we're staying in the house a little bit more than we do during the summer months. So I came across some really great beaches that you can go to that are very much so affordable. So let's jump right on in. So our first one on the list is Miami Beach, one of my personal favorites, you guys. If you know me, you know I love South Beach. So already pricey, Miami is in peak season around December and January. So take note, if you're interested in going to Miami Beach, December and January are the best times to go. I've actually been in January, the end of January, for my best girlfriend's birthday, and honey, we had a good time, but that's a whole other video. So do yourself a favor and flee the Ocean Drive hotspots of South Beach for the Florida Keys, just south of the city. While the Keys suffered destruction from Hurricane Emma, most of you remember that, the popular Key West is eager to lure tourists back and has been rebuilding quickly. So grab the signature seafood sandwich. I'm going to have to go back and check that out because I don't think I had that. And hang with the locals at the Hogfish Bar and Grill. So here's a travel tip. Fly into Fort Lauderdale instead of Miami. Now this is a tip for myself because I've never flown into Fort Lauderdale. I've always flown in directly into Miami for significantly cheaper flights, since you'll likely want to rent a car anyway to get yourself down to the Keys. You can find round-trip tickets from New York City for as low as $151 round trip. That is not bad at all this time of the year, and around $200 if you're leaving from Boston and Chicago. Even nice hotels can be reserved for around $200 a night during the high season, which is not bad at all. Me personally, I will be staying at a Marriott property because I have my sister and my, I'm going to say brother-in-law, speaking those things as if they were, who have and are working for Marriott. That's how I get my discounts. But, you know, you're free to use any hotel you like. Number 2, Sarasota, Florida, which is some place that I have always wanted to visit but just have never visited. So Sarasota is a long way up from the Keys in the Panhandle state. But the city located on the Gulf Coast has some of the most crystal blue waters and white sand beaches that you'll see in the United States. This, you guys, is a must that we all put on our to-do list. While the town itself may seem sleepy, it's dotted with secretly grand restaurants and hangouts and even better deals. Round-trip flights can be had for around $200 from New York and Boston, and for around $400 from Chicago. Hotel rooms go for under $200 a night. Not bad at all. Number 3, Galveston Island, Texas. You might consider Texas best for digging into barbecue and blues bands, but locals point you to a beach retreat will recommend Galveston Island, which is an hour drive from Houston on the Gulf Coast. It's 32 miles of shoreline, offer both idyllic nature, including migratory birds, as well as live music and parties on the eastern edge. And in the winter, the temperature is moderate compared to the heat Texas experiences most of the year. So flights into Houston in the winter go for under $200, you guys, from New York, for around $100 from Boston and Denver, and for even less from Chicago. Hotel rooms go for about $100 or even less per night. Definitely something to look into. Number 4, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You guys, that's where I'm going to be for my family reunion next August. So don't overlook the deep south for a sandy getaway when it's getting too frigid to handle up north. Myrtle Beach has all of the typical attractions of beachside town. They have a boardwalk, a Ferris wheel, golf, ice cream with temperatures in the high 50s and 60s. A nice reprieve if you've been living below freezing for weeks, and you can nosh on some true southern cooking while you're at it. The best part, you can practically steal round-trip tickets for around $100 from New York and get them for around $200 for Boston and Chicago. Seeing as how I live here in the DMV area, I wouldn't fly at all. I would just drive. So when I go down in August for my family reunion, we're just driving. I'm not even going to bother flying. But if you don't live close enough, where you can drive, then flights are still reasonable. Number 5, Curaçao. Curaçao has become a Caribbean go-to for Americans thanks to regular flights from major airlines and its friendliness to English speakers. The Dutch island, located off the Venezuelan coast, also happens to be outside of the path of most hurricanes, which is a beautiful thing, and full of beautiful, colorful architecture. The capital, Willemstad, sits on the bay, and you can go swimming in the lush coral reefs off the coastline. A round-trip flight from New York in January can be had for just over $300, and that's really not bad. While things get pricier from Boston, around $500, and Chicago. So you can find hotel options for around $100 or less. So yes, you may be putting out a little bit more in air, but your hotel is going to cost you a little less. Number 6, Caribbean Mexico, Playa de Carmen, and the Tulum Island Mujeres. While Cancun has become basically synonymous with spring break, it's arguably even nicer in winter when the mugginess is at its low point. Skip the overpriced attractions in the heart of Cancun and book a stay in one of the surrounding towns. Playa de Carmen, and you know what? Actually, I've been to Playa de Carmen on a cruise. I digress, though. Playa de Carmen has a pristine beach and plenty of nice shopping, while nearby Tulum, I guess I'm saying that right, and Isla Mujeres offer quietness and history, including Mayan ruins and coral reefs. The strong dollar in Mexico means you'll enjoy unbelievable tacos and margaritas and white sand for far less than you would pay anywhere in the United States. And you can pay around $300 on a round-trip flight from New York, Boston, or Chicago. Even an all-inclusive hotel room in Playa de Carmen can be had for $300 to $400 a night, and you can find a modest Tulum stay for less than $200. I would encourage you, if you're traveling to some of these islands, actually I'm going to say any of them, if they offer all-inclusive, please take it, because when I say all-inclusive, it is all-inclusive. Now, of course, if you do things like spas and massages and that kind of stuff, that's extra. But when I say all-inclusive, all of your meals are included, all your drinks. If you're a drinker, I'm not, but if you are a drinker, then all of that is included. All the water you can want is included. But you get where I'm going with this. A lot of them have more than one restaurant on the property, so you have so much to choose from. Number 7, Baja, California, Mexico. Visitors ride horses along the beach in Baja California Peninsula. And if you're on the West Coast, instead of Cancun, you should head down to Mexico's Baja California Peninsula, just over the border from San Diego. Round trips from Los Angeles into San Jose del Cabo can be had for under $200 and for around $300 from Denver and Chicago. The resort city is home to charming 18th century Spanish colonial architecture and stunning driving, while nearby Cabo San Lucas offers a party atmosphere and the famous Arco del Cabo San Lucas rock formation. You can score rooms for well under $100 in both Cabos. Number 8, Kauai, Hawaii. Hawaii is a far-flung gem of the United States with its lush islands and delicious food, and it generally doesn't come cheap. But if you happen to live in LA, listen up, you can go direct to the state's most pristine island, Kauai. I guess I'm saying it right, Kauai, for about $400 round trip, and find incredible deals on hotels starting at less than $200 a night. Assuming you don't need all the amenities, the boating and snorkeling off the Nepali coast are majestic, and you can eat the freshest tuna you've ever had for much less than you would back in Santa Monica. Number 9, Punta Cana, Dominican. The airport in the Dominican Republic's Punta Cana has plenty of flight options with round-trip airfare from New York City, Boston, and Chicago, starting at under $400. The best news is that once you get there, you can enjoy the beaches and unbelievably clear waters, plus a lot more for much less than you would expect. The area is known for its deals and all-inclusive hotels, that all-inclusive thing again, including options under $200 a night. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, lodging, and lounging by the ocean don't come cheaper than that. Number 10, Puerto, Plata, Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic's Puerto Plata is a historic port trading city. Say that 3 times fast. Not far from Punta Cana, it offers not just and viable beaches, but also colonial architecture and off the beaten path sites. Round trip flights can be had for about $400 from New York and Boston, although they go for over $600 from Chicago. So if you're leaving from Chicago, it's going to cost you slightly more. But even the highly rated all-inclusive hotels are available for around $100 a night. So again, if you have to pay a little bit more for your air, guess what? Your hotel is going to be a little cheaper, which suddenly makes the winter beach getaways seem like a no-brainer. So I don't know about you guys, and I don't know what your winter plans are, but I would suggest that you check out some of these places. I'm going to have them listed in the description box. So let's do a quick recap, and I promise I'll let you be. So first, we talked about 10 affordable beach getaways to cure your winter blues. Number 1 was Miami, Florida. I love Florida, period. Number 2 is Sarasota, Florida. Number 3, Galveston Island, Texas. Someplace I've never been but would like to visit. Number 4, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I will be there next year. Well, actually, this will be my second time going to Myrtle Beach, and the first time was just absolutely, it was hot, but it was beautiful. Number 5, Curaçao. And number 6, Caribbean, Mexico, Playa de Carmen, Tulum Island, Mujeres. And I think I've done videos on those before. Number 7, Baja, California, Mexico. Number 8, Kauai, Hawaii. I would love to go to Hawaii. Number 9, Punta, Cana, Dominican. And number 10, Puerto Rico, Plata, Dominican Republic. So, there you have it, guys. If you are tired of being cold and you're ready to get away, do something different, I suggest you check out some of these places. I will leave those. I will leave the information in the description box. Reach out to me if you need any help. I'll also leave my link where you can book your own trips through my site, which would help my business, and I would truly, truly appreciate it. Other than that, that's all I have, you guys. Thank you so much for my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back, and there's nothing you can do about it. If you stumbled upon my channel by accident, always know there are no accidents. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Again, I love you guys. Please be sure to make sure you check out the first 6 videos of the 12 Days of Christmas, because I don't want you to miss anything. Till next time, take care.